on there too. Hey, we'd like to welcome you all out here today. Thank you for making an effort to be here. We will um, get through this at the first. We're glad to have all of our friends and people that we know in the industry be here. And we obviously have a significant announcement that we're going to make today. We're going to explain what we're doing, why we're doing it. We'll have a prepared statement by Pavel. He's going to go first from Roomvo. And then I'll have some prepared announcements. They're things that we've already written out. And then after that, we'll take questions from anybody. It doesn't matter who you are, customers, friends, whoever. We're live streaming this also. So we might have some questions from people over the live stream that we do that. We'll probably try to keep this to about 45 minutes. And then afterwards, we will stick around and be willing to give interviews and whatever you want to do. We'll be here for as long as you want. Also like to introduce our stockholders over here for QFloors. And we've got some Roomvo people over here. I don't know. We've got my brother Trent and his wife and Dino and Melissa, Ron Clough. We're all stockholders here. Is there anybody else you want to recognize from Roomvo? Yeah, we've got our employees here too. So yeah, I think we'll get going with this, and that's your microphone right there, Pavel. And I think we'll take us. We can sit down probably, and then we'll go from there. Can you see us? I guess. Are we good? All right. I'm going to let you go first then.
Okay, first off, I want to thank everybody for coming out the day before Surface is here. I know you're taking time out of your day preparing for the booths and preparing for the show. Some of you made it in earlier to attend this press conference, and really appreciate your support in being here. So we are gathered here today because we are very excited to announce that we are acquiring QFloors. This is a very big deal for us. This is the pen that we use to sign the deal. It's a special pen. This pen has an engraving on it. Is that better?
Oh,
okay. So this is the pen that we used to sign the deal. It is a very special pen. It's a very special pen, not only because we used the pen to sign the deal, it has an engraving on it. And that engraving reads, Dealer Power. Dealer Power in all caps. This pen, like our deal here, represents our commitment to the industry. A very long-term commitment. It's the biggest investment that we've ever made. And dealers are the lifeblood of this industry. We are devoted to delivering more value and supporting their needs, all of us in this room. And so, you know, this is a very big deal for us. And I wanted to share that anecdote with you about, you know, the sentimentality that goes behind doing this deal. I need to say a few words about Chad and Chad's team. They are, as many of you know, very passionate about the flooring industry. And this decision is not an easy one for Chad and for Chad's team. This is the harder path. It is not easy to innovate. It is not easy to work hard to support an industry. Chad and Chad's team could have taken an easier route. They could have made this a kind of transactional deal and sailed off into the sunset. But instead, they are committed to the industry. They are staying on for the long term, and we're going to innovate and work together to continue to support the industry and bring new products and services and remarkable service to the whole industry. Speaking of commitment and difficult decisions, it's also not easy for manufacturers. As many of you in the room know, change is hard. Adopting new technologies, not easy. You need an open mind. It's hard to adopt new ideas. You know, for us, it's also it's a very big investment. It's the biggest investment we've ever made, and it's a very big commitment. And we're doing this for a clear reason. We're doing this to continue to innovate in the industry, bring more support to dealers and to manufacturers, and make the industry better. We're very excited about what we can do together. 5 years ago, Roomvo had 0 flooring dealers that worked with us. Today, we have over 7,000 flooring dealers that use us on a daily basis. And, you know, if you take a step back, that's a remarkable accomplishment. It's also a remarkable amount of trust that has been put on us by the industry, by dealers, by manufacturers, by all of you in this room. And we find that, frankly, incredibly motivating and validating, that our pursuit of innovation and support and service for the industry is the right one to take, and we will continue to do that. And, you know, if you just look at the last couple of years, we've introduced custom websites, we've introduced digital advertising, we've introduced AI chatbots that are specific to the flooring industry, we've introduced kiosks, we've introduced tools to empower RSAs to sell more, sell faster. And that innovation has also been mirrored by the team at QFloors. They've introduced payment processing. They've expanded their product suite to enable commercial flooring dealers to manage their businesses. They've expanded the capabilities to be able to serve large multi-store dealers. And they've introduced electronic showroom tags. I mean, the list goes on. And so I'm very excited about what we'll be able to do together. We've got great plans in place already. We've got things that we're releasing at the show here together. And you'll definitely hear much more from us over the coming months and, of course, years. So very excited about that. Really appreciate everybody's partnership as well. You know, it's clear that dealers are choosing us, manufacturers are choosing to work with us, all of you in this room are choosing to work with us, and we really value and appreciate your support. And we look forward to continuing to earn your trust and continue to support and service dealers and manufacturers and execute on what we believe is by far the most ambitious product roadmap in the industry. And looking forward to continue to support the industry and create that dealer power.
Thank you. I had to write mine down. You hear me? Are we good? I had to write mine down. So I'm gonna be pretty, we thought about this a lot, what we wanted to say. And so I'm gonna read it. Before I start with my comments, I want to be very clear. I'm not going anywhere. So whatever else you take away from today, you need to understand that I'm not going anywhere. Another important thing to note is that over the years, I have promised the industry, and I promised something to the industry to deliver major advancement in ERP technology. And this is what we call QPro. So the next generation of QFloors, right? So I promised to do that. We have customers that are currently using QPro, and now we have And now I've made a commitment to Pavel to deliver what we've promised, and that is the accounting part on the back end of QPro. So we've been working on this for a lot of years. I think you're aware that we completely rewrote QFloors. There is not one line of QFloors in QPro. We started all over again. We did that so that we wouldn't be limited on what we could do and what we could innovate, and we wouldn't have to stick with what was QFloors, right? Some of the idiosyncrasies of QFloors. So it was a major investment. It was the harder way to go. Most people won't do that. They'll just take their older technology and try to develop on top of it, right? So this is a significant thing that I'm invested in, I'm committed to, and that's why I'm not going anywhere until we have this done. And we will get it done. And we're expecting that the latter part of 2025, the majority of our QFloors customers will be able to convert over to this newer technology. Okay. All right. So having said all that, and the commitment for us to do this, it's still a pretty emotional day. I'd like to express my gratitude to those who have been on this 25-year journey with us. We're celebrating 25 years of QFloors. My wife, my wife. Here. Our stockholders over here, and my wife's part of that. And so I thought she might be where that was. Sorry. Lighten it up a little bit. Now I can go again. My wife, who has been the marketing genius for QFloors for all these years, and my brother, who is over here, who is our CFO, and they've been great partners over all these years. Ron Clough, who's over here, also was our first employee, and he has been here from the first day that we released the software and sacrificed right along with us. There are many other employees that I should mention, but if I started, I don't know where I would stop. So, but you all know that I love and appreciate all of you. They've all been part of this. I also want to express my thanks to our loyal customers. During the recession of 2007 to 2012, our customers kept paying and supporting us, even in those down years when a quarter of the floor covering stores went out of business. Customers continue to support us. They have stood by us in the ups and the downs, and we are so grateful. It really has been a group effort. We've also had great support from our partners within the industry. Many of you are here. They have also been a huge part of all this. Over the years, we've had many business entities that have expressed interest in acquiring QFloors. And we've always said the same thing, that it would have to be good for our customers, our employees, and the industry. Until recently, no one came close to meeting those requirements. I mean, I've been saying that for 15 years now, and a lot of people have approached us. So many of you remember Danzig way on back, right? That was one of the first ones that was really pretty serious in acquiring us. It was interesting because it would have been a similar synergy, but what we are doing today is an effort to protect the best interests of our customers and the industry. And to ensure that they are treated fairly now and into the future. I really believe that's what we're doing. To me, this is much more than legal contracts and money. Safeguarding the industry is a responsibility that Pavel is now called on to shoulder. I fully believe that he is the man to do it. Believe in his integrity. Let's see. I believe in his integrity. I believe that he has the best interest of the industry in mind. I believe that he feels the weight of what is coming. He has my trust, and I believe that this is the right person and the right time to take this on. The cultures and value systems of QFloors and Leap Tools, or Roomvo, are aligned to a remarkable degree. It's almost a perfect match. And I consider that this is somewhat of a miracle. If you talk to people that are in acquisitions and things like that, this just doesn't happen. This is a more than a coincidence, I believe. You just don't find this degree of compatibility when companies are coming together. So let me describe, I'm going to be specific in what I'm talking about here. Both companies are privately held by just a few founding stockholders. So the stock is not spread over a lot of different people. There's a few people that are involved in both of these. Neither company has ever taken capital from outside investors. Okay, so we're control what we do, and we're not forced to do things by people that are holding money and stuff over our heads. Okay, we share that in common. The founders of both companies both have formal technical degrees from universities. So we've been formally trained. The founders have strong business backgrounds. Pavel has spent time on Wall Street, which many of you might not know. He had a financial part to all of his background. And my brother Trent has an MBA and more than 30 years of CFO level experience with more than 1,000 floor covering companies. He's seen it all, and we've been through it all. He knows how to run a business in this industry. The founders have strong ties to the flooring industry. We have good working relationships with all of the major manufacturers and buying groups. Our company cultures have a similar feel, a commitment to and passion for quality products, engaged employees, and happy customers. Studies show both companies have the highest customer satisfaction ratings in the industry for technology. There's been independent studies done by neither of our companies, and both of us come out on top in those kind of categories. Our offerings are complementary. So we don't have overlapping competitive technologies, and they complement each other. On top of that, we feel like we are both the leaders in the quality products that we have. Everything that we've done is complementary, and we will gain great synergies by combining our products together. We feel like we have the very best product offerings in both of our categories. So it's not like you're just taking an awesome product and combining it with a subpar product. Both of our products are leaders, and we feel like they're both best in class. And what we're doing today should give my customers and my employees and the industry assurances and confidence that this is a long-term solution for the industry. I deeply believe that, or I wouldn't do it. in closing, I'm not going anywhere. Can't read what I wrote. Oh, so I'd like to thank everyone who has made this all possible. And I can say with full confidence that this is the best path for my customers, my employees, and the industry. All right. We will take some questions now. Anybody, I don't care who it is, not my employee. No, you guys can ask too. They already asked their question. If you would raise your hand and we'll probably try to repeat your questions so that the people in the live stream can hear. So go ahead. So the question is that there have been other consolidations with other technologies. How do our technologies stack up against the other consolidations? I'm going to let you answer that. He specifically asked about websites.
What other consolidation are you talking about there? Um,
He's just
Yeah,
teasing you.
I'm teasing you. Yes. So interesting that you say that. Okay. So I'll give you kind of a maybe simple take on this. There's really only two reasons that from a business perspective that you would go out and acquire another company. You're either adding a complementary service offering, or you're looking to remove competition and remove choice from the industry to benefit yourself. I think the consolidation that we've seen in the industry has shown that it's predominantly the latter rather than the former. And, I think we have a very competitive offering to that. When it comes to philosophy, as Chad mentioned, we are entirely internally funded. We don't have external agendas at the table. And that allows us to make significant investments into innovation, into service and support. I think we've done that. You've seen us do that over the years, even just the last 2 years on both sides, in terms of Roomvo and in terms of QFloors. But when it comes down to the brass tacks, in terms of what we're actually offering, we do have custom websites, we do have digital advertising, we have all these capabilities that I would say are effectively a full service digital agency as well as full service digital platform for all of dealers' needs and the industry's needs. As I mentioned before, we've got over 7,000 dealers that now work with us. We've got hundreds of brands that work with us as well. And there's millions of consumers using Roomvo each and every single month. So I would say we've got a very compelling product offering and product suite and platform for the industry as a whole. And we've got some key advantages over some of the others who are simply throwing money around and consolidating.
From my perspective, I think that we match up very well with the offering that we have. We have a competitive offering for all the other technologies that are out there between the two of us. We didn't before, but together we do.
And Kemp, I think also you mentioned in the question, like you weren't sure if we did websites, and we do. And maybe on that point, I think in the pursuit of innovation, we have really devoted all our resources and efforts towards bringing new products and services to the table and making our customers happy. And frankly, we've kind of neglected the marketing side of things. So I'm not surprised you weren't aware that we do websites and maybe some of the other things, and many of us in the room probably weren't aware of that. There's probably room for improvement for us to promote ourselves more. But we're going to stay true to our core and continue to devote our resources to new products, innovation, providing great service, rather than kind of just over promoting ourselves.
We've been dating a long time.
Life's over there. And over there.
I'm confused today. Well, quite frankly, we've had a partnership for a while now. So we've been, seeing how each other operates, getting to know one another for a while now. You remember when I said that there's kind of some divine things happening here? It just so happened that we were in the same place at the same time and got stuck in a car for 2 days together, which we weren't expecting, driving through southern Utah, seeing the sights. Brandon lined that up. I don't know how you did I don't know. It was not planned, so to speak, but it happened, and we got to know one another in a different way, not just business wise. So that's probably the first time I felt like, hey, here's somebody I can trust. And you get to know somebody a little bit more that way. And so, that's the first time. I don't think either of us thought that maybe we would be doing this, because we both, believed in keep staying private. We believed in what we were doing. But I think after a time, I think I even suggested, I think I said, have you ever considered owning an ERP company? And I think he didn't. He was like, what are you talking about? I don't want to do that. And I'm like, yeah, you don't want to do that. Trust me. But there's a lot to it. But I think I kind of put that in his head, and then he thought about it a little bit more. And so from there, it was kind of like that. It wasn't something that was really planned, to tell you the truth. It just kind of happened. And then I think we both saw that together we can make a difference. For me, as I mentioned, for my customers, I think this will give everybody confidence that in a solution that they can trust for a long, long time. I'm getting a little older. I see you got some gray there. I got a little gray going, but exactly. So I think that it's all that. It's not just one, but it's all that. Yeah, go ahead. Sure. We've closed last Friday.
So for the foreseeable future, we're going to maintain the brands. We're going to maintain all the teams and services. And we have a plan in place for a roadmap for the next 12 to 24 months. We've actually already gotten started on that. And we'll be releasing some things at the show here. Yeah.
I think our fear is that we're going to have to add quickly, and we'll grow more rapidly. I think offering this choice will definitely impact the industry, and I think we're going to have a growth problem, not a. I think you feel that, right? That's where we're feeling it. Like, I think we're more nervous about that than we are anything else.
Maybe piggybacking off of Reggie's question, this I could definitely say that moment was the beginning of when things started in southern Utah. And there was a story that you should know about Chad that I learned during that trip, which kind of really cemented things for me. And maybe can I share that?
Yeah, this is why, have you ever seen somebody do this? Like, give you like this kind of access, like this guy? I've never seen this in the flooring, so we're gonna let Paul go for it. Let's see what happens.
You've all obviously seen, you know, how much the industry means to Chad and the passion that he brings in this press conference here, and you know, in the 25 plus years that he's been in it. And what really cemented things for me is that even on Chad's prom night, he stopped by to do a measure. I don't think it was one measure. How many measures was it?
I think it was one,
It was one.
but my wife loves to tell the story. I'm in my
It felt like more than one.
and sure enough, I mean that I was back selling floor cover, you know, as a RSA back then. So on our way to prom, we stopped by and did a measure so that we could.
That shows you the commitment that Chad has to this industry. And, you know, that really resonated with me. And very fortunate to have Chad and the whole team staying on long term and continuing to being committed to the industry, as you can see. It's not just Chad, it's actually the entire team. You know, if you look at the innovation, the focus on innovation, focus on technology, focus on customer service, and kind of constantly raising the bar. I think our organizations have that in spades, and I've learned more about Chad and Chad's team over the past 12 months, and that has kind of cemented that confidence, and it's only been strength to strength and confidence to confidence in terms of finding out more. So it was pretty clear that we would be better and stronger and happier together and better for the whole industry.
And we took our time on this, right? Like, this wasn't just like decided overnight. Like, we have dove deeply into all of the. I mean, we know a lot about them. They know a lot about us, and I think if red flags would have come up, we wouldn't have done this, right? Yeah, Tony.
I mean, we're looking to bring additional innovation to the industry, and we've already started on that path through our partnership and even more.
So maybe if I could come, but I think I know what you're asking. Well, the fact that our technologies and our products are so synergistic, we don't have to make huge changes because we already have these roadmaps already kind of mapped out. And more than anything now, it's making sure that our technologies work more seamlessly together. And we have great technical team. This is the one thing that I feel strongly about. I mean, I've been in the tech part of this. I think a lot of you know I was at the very first B2B meeting. So I've been involved. I've seen a lot of tech. I've seen a lot of people. Very, very impressed with the strength of the Roomvo technical team. I think we're going to see a lot of synergies between both of us where we can share with them like some experiences we've had and them with us also. That's where I see the most synergies coming is on the tech side and the fact that we don't overlap a lot in product offerings, actually not at all. This is going to be a great opportunity for us to just make everything work better together. And we can take down any boundaries we might have as being two separate companies and make sure that the technologies are working together in a better way, right?
Because of that complementary aspect, that allows us to really focus on doubling down on the things that make us successful and the things that the industry hire more. We're looking to expand the product offering further and deliver a lot more value to the industry. So you'll see that over the next 12 to 24 months for sure.
Because we have no debt, we don't have to do what the money guys are trying to force us to do, right? Neither of us have any debt. That's what made this possible, actually. Without that, if this wouldn't have been a possibility. Any other questions? Anybody in the back? Any QFloors customers have a question? Roomvo customers? What was it? What percentage? What? Well, our focus has mainly been North American flooring for all these years for QFloors. Um, you know, flooring stores have complementary products, so I think we all know that. Things like paint, cabinets, countertops, so there's these other kinds of home improvement type categories that we're also in. We have some customers that do just furniture that are customers, and so we are in other industries. And I think our newest products that we have coming out, the QPro one that I mentioned, first of all, will also complement some of these other industries. I think Roomvo's already in a lot of these other industries too, so that will help us bridge the gap between not just flooring, but other industries in general. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, the vast majority of our business and customers are in the flooring industry. And we started in flooring because we thought we should build things from the ground up. Pun intended. Thank you for getting that. We do have various customers in other product verticals that are actually complementary to flooring, and that's been, we've been kind of pulled into that, frankly. Many flooring retailers also sell countertops or tile and wall coverings, and get into kitchen and bath and things like that. And so in support of our customer base, we're also expanding into those areas, and you'll be seeing a lot of interesting things around that as well.
And we do. Talk through here, huh? Oh. I am loud. I can just be loud. Okay. These are online questions from customers, and in the spirit of time, I know we said 45 minutes, so maybe we'll just stick to two of them here. And we'll get to the other ones at some point. Do you see more advancements with current partners like Measure Square? These are all from anonymous, or else I would give you their names.
So we currently have a partnership with a company called Measure Square, which is estimating software. It's been a deep relationship for over 20 years now. It's connected. This partnership connects technologies to both QFloors and QPro. I've been told by Measure Square that our connection with QPro is the best one in the industry. So as we progress onto these newer technologies, we look to continue those relationships. I've talked with Steven and their company, and they're looking to continue. They're aware of what's going on also. So I don't foresee any change there.
To that, maybe even beyond Measure Square, we believe that our customers should be able to choose the best products for their businesses. And that might be a mix of different solutions. And so we are going to support that. We're going to continue to partner with various different folks, even folks that might compete with us and do consolidation and things like that. And so we're going to remain completely open. We've always been open and very willing to partner with others in order to make our customers happier. And I can extend that pledge here. We're going to continue working with everybody so that our customers have the best experiences.
This is another place where we're synergistic, right? Where a lot of companies shut off the connections and try to protect and keep their stuff, keep their customers to themselves. We've always had the same philosophy here. If we don't have the best products or whatever, then let's bring in those products. We'll allow them to use it. It's up to us to develop the best products. We shouldn't have to force people to use stuff that they don't want. And we've got that same philosophy. This is another place where we match, right? Yeah, go ahead.
Quick, if you love people, you got the kiosk,
Right, we have a bunch of customer, at least us. I'll speak for QFloors first, but we probably have a third of our customer base that use a competitor's product and QFloors together. And that's been going on for years now. We've continued to support and give our competitors the access to integrate to our products if they want to.
Yeah, if you take a look at like the top 100 retailers list, they're using a mixture of various different product offerings, and we intend to obviously come out with new products and services and strengthen ours to hopefully win the trust and business of those retailers. But we got to be better, and if we're not, we're entirely open and always have been to integrate and collaborate. We're going to continue to be cooperative.
Here at a time, we ask one more question, and then folks who have asked a question on here, we'll get back to you via email. There's a lot. Will the Roomvo QFloors Alliance be expanding your online catalog offering with a customizable, searchable product catalog? I'm looking forward to seeing you both bring your quality and integrity to the field. It's gonna be more, there's no more. They want to know if we're gonna expand our catalog offering and maybe what we'll be able to do with that. With the part.
You want me to
You
go
want me to take
first?
that?
Or you want to go first?
I mean, I could say we already have integrations with hundreds of manufacturers in the industry. We've got a significant amount of product data. And on the QFloors side of things, the data is different and also highly complementary. And I think we'll be able to do things together that create use cases and create value for retailers that they otherwise would not have had. And very excited about that. And we've got a lot of investment that's going into making that happen. Yeah,
I think from my understanding, Roomvo has one of the best catalogs in the industry. And we're one of the leaders in B2B, and we're very much looking forward to combining those together. I think we're a company that's unique, uniquely placed now where we can do that. And that's been kind of a hard thing for the industry in the past. But I think the connections we have and everything that we're doing, we're uniquely positioned to be able to provide this to our customer base. So,
and maybe just to add a little bit to that to make it more tangible, that means that if you're switching over to QFloors, it's going to be much faster and easier to do that. If you're just updating processes or just managing your ERP, it's going to be much easier to do that. If you're running a showroom and you've got products that are in the showroom and then you've got products in the system and you've got products on the website, all of that will be seamless and much easier to manage and use than it is today.
any of the press have any other, more than happy to answer any more questions if you have any. Okay, this is a QFloors customer, by the way. Here we go. 20 years. Yep, there we go. What you're talking about, an e-commerce site where people can purchase online, or? So Roomvo websites, visualizers already integrate into QFloors. So if somebody,
That was supposed to, no, I'm kidding.
what's that? Oh,
Kidding. It's not down the line. It's now.
yeah, it's now. That's what I'm trying to say is any kind of leads that are being captured through Roomvo websites, Roomvo visualizers, they're Leads tool, you've already announced that, right? Leads tools and stuff like that. So all those kind of products already communicate with QFloors. Today you have that already. Does that answer your question?
And there will be even more that
More.
goes there.
Yeah, even more integrations, yes. Yes, another QFloors customer back here. I'll let you answer that. I'm not charging anymore.
So just to be clear, your pricing and everything that you're doing with QFloors today and the business that you're doing with us, that's not going to change in any way. We're not looking to gouge customers or, change the service levels of anything. As I said before, we're doubling down on innovation. We're doubling down on service. And so you will simply have more choice. And as we come out with new products and services, we're going to be delivering more value, and then accordingly we will be looking to get more share of your wallet, if you will, but that'll be through delivering outstanding value to you so that you're compelled to use us instead of something else because we're that much better.
And we've never, and I think we're on the same page, like even our competitors where we share information, that is coming into us, we're not charging extra for that. It's an open system. We're here to make it easier and to do those kind of things, not harder, right?
By the way, we also won't charge you to integrate with other partners you might have. And we never have.
And we never have either. That's another synergy that we have. All right. I think we did it.